Hey, what's going on, everyone? Just wanted to make a quick video um, on this coronavirus, and just kind of I just want to just put my thoughts and my input. I'm not like I'm no I'm no expert, when it comes to medicine, but there's definitely some alarming numbers when it comes to this virus. But I just want to kind of put my thoughts out there on this. Um, I do feel like the media, of course, as always, the media always take, a situation and makes it times 100, no, makes it times a million. I mean, the media has a way of throwing the whole world, especially Western media, has a way of just throwing the whole world into a pandemic. And I'm not trying to downplay the coronavirus at all, but all I'm saying is that you know, it's it just seems like every year or every other year is something, right? And it's like the media start playing with your fears, and you start to feel like, okay, you know what, they playing with our fears in order to push some type of agenda, something they want something out of it. It's always seems like they want something out of the fear that they pushing out there. You know, and not and like I said, not to downplay this because people are actually getting sick and dying from it, right? But at the same time, you don't really help when you're constantly just pushing it as if like, man, like the world's about to end tomorrow because of the coronavirus, right? And I'll explain more in a little bit. But even China has criticized, Western media for that, for like, making the situation that's bad, making it worse by pushing this fear pandemic. Now, I'm not telling people not to take precautions, but there's only so much you can do in reality. Just wash your hands, don't go out if you're sick, try to keep your clothes clean, like, very basic, stuff that you would try to do to prevent any type of virus. You know what I mean? But it just seems like the media is just making it like it's about to hit here, like you just be prepared for it, like it's about to slam us, and it's always just seemed like that. And then after like a month or two, it just you don't even hear about it no more. It's not. It's like they just get a kick out of just putting fear in people and spreading off their agenda. You know what I mean? And it's like, really, it's like it's this, and then the year, last year was Zika, it was swine flu, bird flu, Ebola, um, H1N1, the flu, West Nile virus, um, it just keeps going. Measles, Y2K. If it's not diseases, it's war with Russia, it's war with China, it's North Korea. Like, they always find a way to push, negativity into the world, put fear in the world. And I just feel like they just get a kick out of it. And I think that's what evil does. Evil get a kick out of pushing fear onto people, and manipulating people's minds, and just the media. I really feel like the media kind of flexes its muscles whenever it wants to just show like the world, like, oh yeah, we're still in power. Look, we're gonna make everybody just fear this or be fear with that. And it's like, honestly, it's like we're not really supposed to, live in fear or fear anything. Like, my first line of defense, like your first line of defense from anything, especially diseases, should be God, the Most High. That should be your first line of defense. You know what I mean? Prayer. I mean, prayer changes everything. Prayer protects you from a lot of things. I done rebuke a lot of sicknesses, potential sicknesses, colds, viruses, flus. Prayer changes things. Prayer brings people out of like the most craziest situations. Of course, healthy eating the right things, a healthy lifestyle, just being clean, all those things add, you know what I mean? But really your first line of defense is God. I mean, if God forbid, like if a crazy disease hit here right now, I mean, there's really so much we can do. if it's gonna start hitting people, there's only so much we can do. If it's, you know, it is what it is. Like, if it's inevitable, it's inevitable. You know, but, you know, prayer really, you know, prevents. That's the first line of defense. That should be your first line of defense. You know, I'm gonna pray this. I'm really about to pray about this. And yeah, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, even if it's a biological weapon, because, you know, according to a lot of people and sources, like, this is something that was, you know, built in laboratories. Is like a lot of these viruses are made in laboratories, man-made, and you know, if they really are using this, you know, against the Chinese people for population control, as a lot of people are saying, then to me that's just pure evil, and it's crazy. And you know, I just pray that the true believers and, you know, out there will continue to keep, you know, stay prayed up, you know. But if it hits home, it hits home. There's nothing we can do about it, you know. But, you know, I just feel like there's always a type of agenda. You know, I heard some guy get online and he's like, oh, I think he was a politician. He's like, oh, you know, to help prevent this, like, go get the flu shot. I'm like, what? Like, go get the flu shot? You know, you think, you know, with so much going on with vaccinations, it seems like when these diseases come out, oh, we got the cure. Of course, a vaccination. And, you know, a lot of these things in the vaccinations, a lot of people say, you know, these vaccines, they do you worse. They put the disease in you to try to cure you. They can cause all types of brain damage, autism to children. You know, it just seems like, you know, of course, you know, the pharmaceutical, big pharma, always going to make money, you know, off of people's fears. So once, you know, they working on something, or working on some type of pill or a shot or something, and you know, as soon as they got it ready, you know, they done pumped you up with so much fear that people's going to be running to go get the vaccines and whatever, and they going to make money off of it. I mean, they going to patent their vaccines. They're going to patent their, you know, whatever they got, and they got the solution for it, just like every other crazy outbreak. Like, remember Ebola? Like, remember how they ran with Ebola? Like, hard for like maybe 3 months or 4 months, and it just like died out and disappeared. Like, they just really just, I don't know. It's just crazy to me. You know, now they even talking about coronavirus affecting money. You know what I mean? Like, the money supply is affected, like paper dollars, like, you know, and it just sounds like to me, oh, okay, just another way to just kind of give another reason to people, like, why we should go digital. Like, let's just get rid of paper money because viruses are spreading on it just through contact. And I'm like, hold on, you know, what about all the other viruses that are contact viruses? Like, if you touch something, like a lot of these viruses, like Ebola, cold, flu, a lot of different viruses are like on contact viruses. And people been sick and been using money for years. Of course, it's a natural thing. If you touch money, you go clean your hands. But now it's like, oh, you know, hey, it's affecting the money. It's affecting money. So what they gonna say now is, oh, it's affecting the banks. We gotta shut down the banks. We gotta go digital now. You know what I mean? And push that the digital currency agenda that, you know, they've been trying to push. I mean, it's just been crazy, man. Like, I'm gonna just read this article right here that I got in front of me, right? So it's a Chinese. It looked like it's a article from China. It says Chinese hospital discharged 29,745 recovered patients of coronavirus infections. So this is actually February 26th. So February 26th, which is like about, what, a couple weeks ago? Almost a couple weeks ago. A total of 29,745 patients infected with the novel coronavirus has been discharged from hospital after recovery by the end of Tuesday. So, you know, 29,000 people, 745, you know, to be exact, has already been released, you know, full recovery. Tuesday saw 2,420 people walked out the hospital after recovery, the National Health Commission said in its daily report. By the end of Tuesday, a total of 2,715 people had died from the disease, and 78,064 confirmed cases of coronavirus infected had been reported in 31 province level regions of China mainland. So yeah, this is definitely spreading through China. But the good news is, I don't know if it's good news, like crazy good news. I don't know. 29,745 people have been discharged after recovery. So we just hope this thing could go on, get under control, and people could start making full recovery and possibly become immune to it. Because it's affecting everything. The markets, the stock markets is plummeting, and if you're in the trucking industry, that's supposedly supposed to slow up if this things isn't gonna control, because America gets a lot of its goods shipped out from China to here. So it can turn into a global recession, a pandemic. I mean, at this point, we really just don't know. But one thing is for sure, no matter what, God is good, all the time. So as long as you got the Lord, you stay prayed up, just be ready for whatever the world, throws at us, we gonna conquer it, because we more than conquerors. Peace, y'all.